What's going on, everybody? What's happening? This is Jose Gagnon, the super random guy, today again, and I'll be showing off my top 10 favorite Mario characters from, all the different games. So here we go. My number 10 pick is Waluigi. Now, Waluigi is a character that he's mostly been like in the spin-off games. So like all the sports games, all the party games, all the go-kart games, all that stuff, and then also like the Olympic games. So yeah, I'm just gonna be showing off a little bit of some gameplay. His first appearance right here is from Mario Tennis from the N64 all the way back in the year 2000. So here's some clips of him. And the reason I have him as one of my favorite characters is just because I think he's like a really funny character in my opinion. He does a lot of really funny stuff in the games in my opinion, and I just think like I say, he's just like a really funny character. But I mean, he's only number 10, so there's gonna be more cool characters coming up to see. Man, this is him from Mario Tennis for the Game Boy. And then him in Mario Party. Yeah, so like I say, he's been like mostly in like the Mario Kart. We'll do the Mario Kart Double Dash real quick.
Nuevo Tylenol Precise. Ataca el dolor con un aplicador de diseño único. Máxima potencia para alivio preciso. And there was actually even one really random Mario game that he was in that was called Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix, where you just you just did like a little dance battle against them. But now we're going to be moving on to number 9, which is Rosalina, who was first introduced in Mario Galaxy for the Wii. Now, the reason Rosalina's on the list is just because she's a really interesting character. I mean, when you first meet her, you don't really get to know too much about her. But I think it's in the second game is when you end up learning more, either the second or the first one, where she has like a little storybook of her history, basically, and I mean the history of her childhood of how she ended up going to like live in space like with the little star creatures called the Lumas. So even though that this is like her first 3D Mario game she was introduced, she's mostly just like Waluigi, just like mostly like in the parties and sports and go-kart games. And she was also in Mario Galaxy 2, Mario Kart 7, Mario Kart Arcade for Mario Kart for the arcades, Mario 3D World. She was a playable character. And yeah, like I said, I just think she's a really interesting character, and she's like a very kind and caring character as well. So yeah, that's why I enjoy her character so much. And she also has like some really, she also has like some really good magical powers, where she's able to like just like float in midair, and she can also just like create force fields like for her ship, which is called the Comet Observatory. Okay, now we're moving on to my number 8 pick, which is Dry Bones. Now, Dry Bones is one of the enemies that you see like in basically, like all the Mario games that you always have to fight against.
That sleep expert guy at Mattress Firm was actually my perfect mattress.
He's also been playable in a couple games as well.
Let's turn it up.
Like for playable appearances, he's been like playable like in some of the Mario Kart games. His first Mario Kart playable appearance was like in the DS, Mario Kart DS, and then he was also playable like in like the Mario baseball games, and he was playable in 2 Mario Party games, Mario Party 8. But he's mostly been like like just an enemy in the games and stuff. That Mario has to like just go and defeat mostly. But the reason he's one of my favorite characters in the game is just because I just think it's like how he looks really cool in my opinion. Like he's just like really cool looking pretty much, and it's just like interesting just seeing like a random turtle skeleton of a turtle that's just like chasing after Mario. And then, of course, and whenever you jump on top of him, like his body parts just like get scattered like all over the place whenever you jump on him. But yeah, that's like my main reason of why I enjoy Dry Bones a lot. Now we're going to move on to number 7, which is Pom Pom. Now, Pom Pom's only been in a couple Mario games, to be honest. Her first appearance, which is right here, was in Mario 3D Land for the whatchamacallit, for the 3DS. And she's mostly been like a boss, like just, like a boss character that you fight against, kind of like Dry Bones, similar, but Dry Bones is more of an enemy than a boss. But besides Mario 3D Land, she was also playable in Super Mario Party. For the Switch. But yeah, I just think that she's a really cool looking character, like one of the cool looking bosses in the game that's been introduced. Even though, like I said, she hasn't been in like many games and stuff, And she was actually also playable in like a Mario Sports game for the 3DS as well. Okay, next one, Petey Piranha.
which is my number 6 pick. Where's Petey Piranha? So another thing for, Petey Piranha, he is also like one of the biggest bosses in the game.
The mission is ready for you to catapult.
He's only been playable like in the Mario Kart games, I'm pretty sure, and that's pretty much it. But he's mostly used as one of the bosses in the game mostly. So like his first appearance was in Mario Sunshine, which is right here. And I just also think he's pretty cool looking. I know, like, for most of these, characters, I'm just like saying that they're cool looking, but I mean, that's pretty much like why I'm just, going off is they're cool looking. Oh, he was also playable in, the both Mario baseball games. And yeah, like I said, I know I'm using like cool for like a lot of these characters, but I mean that's like the best way I can describe most of them is they're cool and also interesting looking. You know what I mean? But I mean, yeah. So that's why Petey Piranha's on the list. Oh, he was also playable in Mario Golf as well for the GameCube. So yeah, it's Petey Piranha. Oh yeah, he was also playable in Mario Strikers, which is a soccer game for the Wii. But yeah, that's why Petey Piranha's on the list. Okay, so now the next character is Funky Kong. Now, you may be saying, "Oh, why is Funky Kong on the list? Isn't he more of a Donkey Kong character than a Mario character?" And I mean, you may be correct. I mean, he has been mostly in the Donkey Kong games, but he's also been in a couple of Mario games as well, like how he was in Mario Baseball. For the Wii, he was a playable character in that one, and he was also playable in Mario Kart Wii right here. So I think he's only been playable in 2 Mario games. Or actually, no, he's also playable in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Switch. But I mean, he's been playable in 3 Mario games. I mean, even though he's been playable in only 3 games, I still count him as I still count him as a Mario character. Well, partly a Mario character, even though he's mostly been like in the Mario Kart, in the Donkey Kong games and the Mario games. But the reason I like him so much and why he's number 5 on the list is because he's he's a really cool and funny character, kind of similar to Waluigi, but he's also like a lot funnier than Waluigi is, in my opinion, to be honest. Especially because he's a gorilla, so I mean... But yeah, Funky Kong, you gotta like him, I guess, if you think he's as cool as I think he is, to be honest. But I mean, yeah.
So that's Funky Kong. My next character on the list, which is number 4, is King Boo. Where is he? King Boo. Okay. Another main boss enemy in the Mario games.
Give in to the circumstances or rise above them. Play by the book.
His first appearance was in Luigi's Mansion for the GameCube all the way back in 2001. So King Boo, another interesting, cool character in my opinion. I mean, he's a ghost character. He has a special crown. He's the king of all the ghosts. He also has really good lightning abilities, basically like from his crown. But I mean, yeah, King Boo's a pretty cool character in my opinion. He's also been playable, in some of the Mario like sports and Mario Kart games. And he's been like a party and he's been like a boss in like some of the Mario Party games. But like I said, he's mostly been like a boss character mostly, but yeah, that's basically King Boo and why I enjoy him so much. So yeah, he's like I said, he's a pretty cool character in my opinion. Pretty cool and interesting in my opinion. Okay, next character. We got Kamek, which is the wizard guy from the Mario games. First appearance was in Mario World for I think it was the Super Nintendo, I'm pretty sure. The reason I like him, not surprising anyone, is he's also another cool, interesting character. He has a magic wand which he can use. He can do little spells with his magic wand and stuff, and just like how he's doing here, he's turning like all the bricks and blocks into enemies, pretty much. And he's also kind of like Bowser's like stepfather in a way, because he was the one that took care of Bowser when he was a baby and stuff. And yeah, I just like that he's a really cool wizard character. He's mostly been a boss character, just like a lot of the other characters that I mentioned. He was only playable in Mario Kart and also Mario
Having health insurance is important.
Mario Party.
So if anyone in your family has Medicaid or CHIP, listen up.
But yeah, that's why I enjoy him so much,
Sorry?
Okay, we're on the last two characters, everybody. The next one is Yoshi, which is, you know, the little dinosaur guy. And I've talked about him before, of, you know, how he's an important character. Why he's my favorite? Same reason as every other character I've talked about on this list. He's cool and interesting, and he's also pretty funny too. He loves to eat a lot. You know, he always helps out Mario on some of his adventures, like over here in Mario World. Like I said, he took care of Mario when he was a baby, and Mario, you know, in Yoshi's Island. I mean, he helped, like I said, Mario in a lot of his adventures, mostly, which was pretty cool in my opinion. You know, and he just loves to eat things, you know, and I kind of relate to that, how he loves to eat a lot of stuff, you know. And yeah, he's just pretty cool, you know what I mean? He's a pretty cool, funny character. Like, who doesn't love Yoshi, in my opinion? And he can also, you know, in some games he can turn his enemies into eggs and, you know, throw them at other enemies or blocks and whatever, which is also pretty cool in my opinion. And he's also been playable in a lot of the sports and you know, the sports and parties and go-kart games as well. Last character, everybody. We're on the very last character, which is Dry Bowser. So Dry Bowser, my number one favorite character. He's the skeleton version of Bowser. He's super cool, you know, looking. Like, what else can I say? I mean, I've used that word a lot in this video, I know. I'm sorry if I couldn't think of anything else. But, you know, he's cool. He's cool looking. He's interesting. You know what I mean? He can breathe blue fire instead of, you know, orange, reddish fire, like how Bowser breathes. And he's just like a really cool looking character. Like, what else can I say, you know? First appearance was in Mario DS. Mario Bros. DS. And he's also been playable, you know, in mostly in the Mario Kart games. He was playable in some of the, you know, Mario and Sonic go to the Olympics games as well. And what else was he playable in? I think that was pretty much it, actually, for his, you know, playable appearances. He's mostly been a boss enemy that you have to fight or face off against, pretty much. But I mean, yeah. Oh, he was also playable in Mario Tennis for the 3DS. But like I said, yeah, he's mostly been like an enemy that you face off against, you know? So yeah, those were all the characters on my list, everybody. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Get the greatness, have the amazing happy times like always. Try to enjoy yourself whenever you can, and yeah, just try to have the good times, everybody. We'll see you in the next video, which will probably be a while from now, to be honest. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, you know. We'll see you next time, everybody. Yeah. Woo. Yeah, man.